Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be reading this article called Robots Go to School. And after it is read to us, we're going to talk again about author's purpose. And if you remember the term author's purpose from the last time we discussed it, it means the reason why an author writes something. This particular author's name is Kathy Kafer. So after the article is read to us, we will talk about why Kathy Kafer wrote this article. So let's begin.
Extended read 2. Remember to annotate as you read. Robots Go to School by Kathy Kafer. It's a school morning. Drew wakes up and gets dressed. He eats breakfast. But instead of getting on the school bus, he turns on his computer. Drew stays home and sends his robot to school. This isn't a day in the future. It's not a scene from a movie. For Drew, it's just a regular school day. Special robots now go to school for some children. They help children like Drew, who cannot be in the classroom. Most of these children are too sick to go to school. They have to stay home. Some are in the hospital. These children can get sick from being around other kids. School is dangerous for them. Teachers could go to these children and give them lessons, but teachers cannot keep these children from getting lonely. They want to be with other kids. They miss their friends. They miss being a part of school activities. These special robots let children who can't go to school feel as if they are there. How school robots work. Some students use robots when they have to stay in a hospital for a long time. On his computer screen, Nate sees everything the school robot sees. If the teacher does a math problem, Nate watches her. Nate hears the teacher talk. He can also hear what the other students say. In the hospital, Nate can ask questions. He can talk to his friends. The robot has a video screen. Nate's face shows up on that screen. If he wants to answer a question, he presses a button. A light flashes on the robot. The teacher knows to call on Nate. The robot has wheels. It can move around the classroom. It can travel up and down the hallways. It can go to art or music class. The robot can even line up with the other children during a fire drill. How does the robot move? Nate moves the robot with his computer mouse. A signal is sent through the internet to the robot, and the robot sends videos back to Nate. In the classroom, the children who use school robots often give them nicknames. Some nicknames are Princess Robot and Rob Robot Boy. Some children dress up their robots. The robot might wear the child's favorite t-shirt or bright ribbons. On the child's birthday, the robot goes to school with a clown. The other children think school robots are special too. They often forget that the robot is a robot. Instead, they just see their friend. They talk to their friend just as if he or she is there with them. They call out to the robot in the hallway and say goodbye when they go home. A school robot needs learning. A school robot teachers like having these robots too. The robots let teachers keep in touch with their sick students. Teachers can even give classroom jobs to children at home. Drew's robot, for example, is the classroom greeter. Of course, school robots are not real children. They cannot think or talk on their own. They don't learn for the children who use them. Those children still have to pay attention. They still have to turn in homework and get assignments signed. Also, the robots look nothing like real children. They have no arms or legs. Their bodies are short and rounded. Their heads are video screens. And instead of feet, they have wheels. The robots have limitations. They cannot climb stairs or open doors. Sometimes they bump into things. When the internet is down, the sick child cannot tell the robot what to do. The robot stops moving and talking. The child can no longer see what is going on at school. The future of school robots. People are finding new ways to use school robots. Some robots help teach children with special needs. In South Korea, there are not many English teachers. The real teachers live far away. So the English teachers send robots to the schools. A school robot comes with a high price, $6,000. People are working to lower the cost. They are also making these special robots better. They will be easier to use. They will climb stairs and open doors and do much more. The future may be closer than you think. Robots in the real world. Our world is filled with robots. Some robots are smaller than school robots. Others are much bigger. Many robots work in factories. They make cars, cell phones, and even candy bars. Other robots work in hospitals. They help doctors treat sick people. Robots build dangerous terminals. They get rid of bombs. They go places people cannot go, such as the ocean floor. Robots help explore outer space.
Wow, what a story, right? What an article. School robots. So let's think about what the article told us about, and then maybe we could figure out why Kathy Kafer wrote this article in the first place. Okay, so first they give a personal example of a boy named Drew who sends his robot to school, and the robot has his face right there on the screen. And it said he cannot go to school because he's sick, so he sends his robot to school for him. Then it gave another example of Nate. He sends his robot to school also, and the robot shows him what's going on in the classroom. It tells how the robot gets around, and that Nate can control it with his computer mouse, which he is handling right there on his hospital bed. And in the classroom, the other students talk with the robot because they see their friend's face on the robot. The robot can walk down the hallway with them. And the teachers like the robots because it helps them to keep in touch with their student. And here it tells about how they look nothing like real children. They have no arms or legs. It talks about some of their limitations. They can't climb stairs or open doors. And then the article told about the future of school robots. how robots are going to be in the future. Maybe they'll be able to climb stairs and open doors. So it seems like the author gave us a lot of information about school robots and how they work. So what do you think her purpose was in writing this article? To tell us all about school robots, right? So let's write that down for author's purpose. And let's see, I think I'm going to go to 14 point today. Okay, so let's write it over here in our notes margin. Let's write the author's name. Kathy Kafer wrote this article to inform. We're going to use a fancy word for tell us about. To inform or tell us about school robots and how they work. There we go. And aren't we glad that she did write this article? Because now we know about school robots and how they work. And it was actually quite fun to learn about them.